point unless you have an answer, because otherwise you're just complaining. But I have an answer, and it's really simple. Here it goes. Do not pay the banks back 1 more cent. Some people don't like that idea. They say, Aidan, that's irresponsible. I'm not paying them back. I am not paying the banks back 1 more cent. Aidan, that's irresponsible. What would happen if everybody didn't pay their debt back? What would happen then? We'd be debt free. See, it can be confusing because obviously you don't want to steal, and if you borrow something from somebody, you should give it back. If I borrow someone's jumper, then they're going to get cold because they're at a loss. So I should give it back, because that makes sense. But what happens if they've already been paid? What happens if the banks have already been bailed out? If they've already sold the debt with derivatives? If they've already had it insured? If they've already been paid? You're not going to pay them twice. That would be irresponsible, right? So I wanted to make sure that the banks do, in fact, own the debt. So I wrote them a letter and an email, and I just said, could you please prove that you owe this debt? Please give me a signed invoice and a lawful valid signed contract. I expected to get that. But instead I got this email, and at the top, it wrote, without prejudice. I did not know what that meant, so I looked it up. Cannot be used in a court of law. What are they trying to hide, sneaky fucking scumbags? So I wrote back a new email, big black bold letters, with prejudice. You must produce these documents, and if you do not, the loan does not exist. You can never contact me again. Love and respect to all human beings, Aidan. And they never produced a document, and I wondered why. And I thought it was something to do with derivatives, and they make that sound complicated. It's actually really simple. You get thousands of mortgages, you put it in one deal, call it something like an asset-backed security, an ABS, and you sell it. So I thought they just sold it. But then I realized it's worse than that. There never was a contract, because what I signed is a piece of paper called a promissory note, a promise to pay. And they used that as an asset to create the money. So, my signature, sign of nature, on a piece of paper was used to create the money, and behind my back with derivatives, they profited. So if you look at it, they actually owe me money. But I believe in debt forgiveness, so I let them off.